Hello, I'm Kristin, and welcome to my channel on healing my body and mind through nutrition and exercise. Welcome back if you've been following along. Welcome if you are new. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and follow along. So I wanted to come in today and talk about cheating on a carnivore diet, what effects that can happen on your body, what can it do, how do you feel, right? I've had this conversation with you before, but coming from a long weekend, Labor Day weekend, our family usually gets together with the other side of the family. And so sometimes there are occasions where I don't quite stick to the carnivore diet. And I do this for a few reasons. I do it because one, I feel for me on my journey, you may not agree, but I don't want to limit myself and feel like I can't even go out to dinner because it's harder to go out to dinner, right? You're paying for this full meal to only have a piece of steak and you're not having anything else. And it's hard for me to validate doing that without eating some of the sides. So, with that said, no, I did not have the broccoli. I did have a small bite of the mashed potato, very, very small. And I stuck to my meat. And my husband got an add-on of mussels, and I had a few little pieces of that as well. So we did good when we went out. But when the family was together, we celebrated a lot of birthdays this year. And so I had a small bite of carrot cake. And then there was a red velvet cupcake that I had two small bites of. And I just kind of don't want to have the whole thing. I just want like this little taste, and it tastes absolutely delicious, which is probably why so many people have sugar addictions, because you cannot tell me that it doesn't taste good. It does. And even after 7 months, a little bit over 7 months of being carnivore, I still crave a little bit of that sugar. And with that said, I was never a huge sugar addict to begin with. I didn't have dessert every single day. I was more of a carb addict. I loved my pasta. Like that was like my main thing. I loved sushi, rice. And so my what would be an addiction would be more of on the carb side than the sugar side. But every once in a blue moon, a little piece of chocolate, especially around my period, is just something that I crave. And so it's still a little bit hard. And so on vacation, I decided to indulge and just have a few little bites of dessert. And on the last day, I did have about 2 bites of vanilla ice cream because my kids were with their cousins and they had a little scoop of ice cream. And the next day, my stomach was not okay with that. So I think that your body knows what it wants and it reacts a certain way when it's trying to flush it all out. And so I do know that I can definitely not do that all the time. This is like once in a blue. And if I even feel like doing it, and if I even feel like it's worth it, because honestly, there was one day that I felt a little bit off, and I told my husband, I said, I don't know if it was the lack of sleep because the beds were not very comfortable. Even though I took my own pillow, I tossed and turned a lot, and so I didn't really sleep very well. So I don't know if it was the lack of sleep, because sleep is very, very important, and that can throw your body off as well, or if it was the fact that I had that little bit of cake. It could be, right? It's hard to really say when there's multiple things going on all at once. But I will say that probably the cake and the cupcake were not helping the situation. Let's put it that way. So overall, I did really, really well because we have a kitchen where we stay. And so I pretty much just continued with my carnivore diet. I didn't do anything other than a few little bites of the dessert. I did really, really good. Aside from that, I had my eggs and bacon in the morning. I had my normal coffee. I had, for lunch, if we had leftovers of whatever meat, when we had a potluck, I made sure that my mom made some chicken wings that only had seasoned salt without the barbecue sauce. And I went ahead and made my own churrasco and some bratwursts. And what was the other day that I made something? I knew that we were going to have burgers. My mom made burgers for us. So I was okay with the potluck because I knew that we had enough of what we needed to eat. I made sure that if there wasn't going to be enough of that I would make it myself and bring it down for my husband and me and for the kids as well. They do get a little bit of rice, but for the most part, they had a burger and hot dog, and we all just had a great time over the Labor Day weekend. I cannot complain at all. And I just think that if you are going away on the holiday weekend, do the best that you can with what you have. But do not put yourself down. Do not start thinking, oh my gosh, I messed up. I ruined my whole diet. Now I'm just going to go ahead and just eat like crap for the rest of the time because F it, right? No, no, it was a little bit of an indulgence. And now we just get back on track, right? So today I had my coffee and I had my eggs and my bacon, and I'm so full right now because I just ate a while ago trying to catch up on work, because I don't know about you, but whenever you go on vacation and you come back, work is just like piled up. And so I had to catch up on a few things, and I didn't get to eat till about close to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that is fine. That's usually my normal daily habit, which is usually I eat anywhere from 11 to 1. Those are like the hours depending on how hungry I am that day. So let's repeat to ourselves that we're going to give ourselves some patience. We're going to give ourselves some love. And if we indulged over the holiday weekend, we're going to say it's okay and we're getting back on track, right? And you're going to get back on track with me. So I hope that you do. Leave it in the comments. Let's all cheer and engage with each other and give each other positivity. And I think that's what this is all about, right? We're just on this journey trying to figure it all out for ourselves because everybody is different, and just trying to be as healthy as we can be. So I hope that you have a blessed day, and I will see you again tomorrow.